Hey everyone, back by popular demand. What everybody's been asking for, another crossover episode with David Yuntif. I'm going to take responsibility for us not having some episodes in the last couple months because we had a great end of the year episode. And then
Mhm.
between the fires and my getting married and moving and promoting the special that was on NBC and Peacock, I have been hard to pin down anywhere. I mean, we moved so many times, it was ridiculous.
Really? I don't think I knew you moved that many times. Yes, this is popular demand because everyone has been asking, where the hell's Melissa? And I've said pretty much what you said. I'm like, well, I mean, you do know she lived in Pacific Palisades, right? So let's start with that. She got married, the special. Then I think when the special was on, everyone was like, okay, so she's been busy.
Yes, and also what people don't realize, I talked about it once, is we moved 5 times,
I didn't know
3 of
that.
which were in the first 2 weeks of after the fire.
Were
So
you
it
just renting places and they just
No,
didn't
we were
want
bouncing between friends' houses because nobody really knew what to do, what was going on. We spent one night in a hotel, and Cooper freaked out because that's when we were having the 60-mile-an-hour winds, and he came to see us, and plus all of his stuff, he was supposed to actually officially move out the day after the fires, so all of his stuff, but which rightly so, he went to the front desk as he was leaving and said, "Are you gonna give people enough warning to get out of the hotel?" Like a ready, set, go. He's like, "Oh, no, no, we're just gonna be on go." And the hotel was obviously it was in Santa Monica, crazy, swamp, the whole thing, people everywhere, and he's like, "I need you to leave right now." So we went to his place, which he hadn't moved into yet. Basically, he had, like, half a duffel bag of clothes, but, like, no towels, no this, no that, and then we moved to a friend's house. So it was just a lot, and then deciding if we were gonna still have the wedding, and
which
we
you
did,
did.
and then came home and moved into the house we're in now the week after the wedding.
I've had 9,000 people ask me how the wedding was, what happened. Then when I said I wasn't, I said it's a small wedding, guys. No one, they wanted me to spill tea about how the wedding was. I'm like, I wasn't there. It was in People magazine. I'm like, you can go online and look.
Yeah, it was great. We had a wonderful
It looked
time.
nice.
It really was our closest. Um, it was lovely, and I knew before we were going in that friends of mine who, were very good friends. I've been very lucky that I've kept a very large circle of friends from college, all from different groups. But we always joke that Penn, whatever they did in admissions that year, they did a really good job because there is a very tight-knit group of about 19 of us
Wow.
that are in constant contact, and then Anne and Steve's people. So it was everyone had a reason to be there.
Yeah.
So it was a blast. We had a great time. Um, like, people are already saying, "Can we do a vow renewal next year?" I'm like, "If you guys pay for it."
You're like, okay, first of all, you're still doing stuff on the new house. You're like,
Yeah.
can I just not do anything next
I'm
year?
like, "If you guys wanna organize it and pay for it, hey, I am all for it."
Maybe a
But
destination vow renewal.
maybe just everyone can pick the same weekend to go away. Because someone actually
Yeah.
said to me, he goes, "The rate was so good." I go, "We're not gonna get the rate. That was, like, because of the wedding,
Yeah.
you idiots."
Could just fake someone's wedding, I
Yeah,
guess.
I'm not paying for it.
That
I'm not
makes sense.
Yeah. So a bunch of us, I think, are all gonna make it, like, our annual trip.
And the special was amazing.
Thank you. Worked very, very hard on that, and, very proud of it.
Watch What Happens appearance. Watch What
Yes,
Happens live.
with one of the guys from Below Deck.
Were
So,
you, out of all the people to be there with, were you just like,
well, they made sure because they know I'm a Below Deck junkie. Oh, they had a quiz for me, and one of them was really annoying because it was Malia, and I got it wrong, but it was Malia when she had blonde hair, not brown
Ah,
hair, so I insisted on getting a half a point for that. Not that I'm
that's fair.
competitive, but it was really fun, and, um, oh, well, the finale's already aired, so I got to meet Nate's girlfriend, um, so that kinda stuff, and he was trying to be very diplomatic, and I called the original bosun a weenie on the air. He was like, "Well," I'm like, "No, he was a weenie."
I didn't even know there was a replace bosun. So
Exact
you,
wouldn't you s will you please start
I know.
watching?
Frasier's back with whatever is about to happen, so that's a good reason to watch.
Absolutely. So, that's just been going on. Cooper's working, Steve is working, I'm working.
All right, so some normalcy.
So, first of all, new Housewives franchise, which I think is the most random one they've ever decided to do, but you explained it to me. Housewives of Rhode Island. Now, when I think of Rhode Island, I think of quaint seaside village, but there is more to the state.
You think it's more random than Salt Lake, even?
Well, Salt Lake, you had the whole Mormon culture, people who were, people who weren't, people lived by different sets of rules, kind of thing. So I thought that to me made sense.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Rhode Island, I think quaint seaside.
Well, I think part of it, well, I think, look, Salt Lake has worked so well. I think they really are trying to breathe life into these older franchises. Like Atlanta's having some problems now. Jersey, we don't know what's going on. New York, we don't know what's going on. I think that, if you think about it, like there's so much, if you get it right, there's so many years left in a franchise. So I think that's like their new, because the rumor is they're also sniffing around in Chicago and trying to put something together there.
Chicago would be great. Chicago,
That
but
makes more sense
why?
to
You
you.
have a theory on why Rhode Island.
Well, I two things. So people started reaching out to me like a year ago, and everybody reaches out to me when they're in the mix, which, they get one call and I'm like, okay, this is going to go in one ear and out the other ear. Then people, they were getting really far in the mix, and it was a lot of them, and they were all kind of, they had there is an accent in Rhode Island.
Oh, yeah.
There is an accent, and they were all Italian-ish. And I said this, I don't want any credit for anything, but I said to myself, like way back on this podcast, on my own podcast, I'm like, this sounds like they're trying to like do something with Jersey and Rhode Island. Like, because every person that was far along in the mix seemed like the same type. I mean, Andy has now come out and said it's going to give New Jersey a run for its money. Is it going to replace New Jersey? I don't know. I mean, we don't have New Jersey, but I think they don't know what to do with New Jersey. And I think they're hoping this works. I think if it works, I mean, I don't know.
What is going on in New Jersey?
Well, we still